Welcome to our customer webinar series. My name is Sapir Segal. I am the Content Marketing Manager at Oktopost, which is the only social media management and employee advocacy platform for B2B marketers. Now, we know that the adoption of social media marketing is on the rise, yet many consider it a tough code to break. For example, understanding which type of content resonates with our audience, when is the best time to post, which networks are more effective than others, and how to stay on top of social conversations and trends. And it's definitely hard to keep up with it all, but while it seems unmanageable, the social media code can in fact be broken. So our webinar today will focus on how our customer Fujitsu broke their social media code by building an employee advocacy program and achieving a 360% ROI. And joining me today is, of course, Daniel Klaus. Daniel is the Senior Manager of Global Digital Marketing at Fujitsu, and he will be delivering most of our presentation today. But before I pass you on to Daniel, there's just a little bit of housekeeping that I want to go through. So if you guys have any questions at all throughout the webinar, you can either submit them via the questions panel on the right-hand side of your screen, or you can use our Twitter hashtag EmployeeAdvocacy101 to share your thoughts and opinions. We will take the time, of course, to answer your questions during our final Q&A session. As I said before, social media marketing can be challenging, and as you can imagine, building and growing an employee advocacy program is no simple task either. So in this webinar, Daniel is going to give us a first-hand perspective of Fujitsu's global advocacy program and how they were able to increase their online reach, make content easily accessible to employees, and of course, measure the impact and the value of their advocacy program. And I'm reminding you that we are recording this webinar, so in case you missed out or you have to leave, we will send you the link afterwards, which you can keep or forward on to your colleagues. All right, so let's begin. Hello, Daniel.
Thank you, Safia, for the introduction, and hello, everyone. I will start by telling you a little bit about Fujitsu. Fujitsu is the leading Japanese information and communication technology company, offering a full range of technology products, solutions, and services. We use our experience and the power of ICT to shape the future of society with our customers. And we have more than 150,000 employees supporting customers in more than 100 countries. As Safia mentioned, one of our challenges was to increase our reach online and discover alternative ways to reach our B2B target audience. And a while ago, I saw this research which says that more than 50% of employees of a company are sharing company-related content on their personal social networks. That is something we also discovered within Fujitsu. Many of our employees were already sharing company content on their personal social networks, which is great. For us, employees are the perfect micro-influencers. They're subject matter experts in the area of expertise, and they often have relevant customer and influencer connections on LinkedIn and Twitter. Also, according to researchers, customers trust product and service recommendations from people they know a lot. Also, people on social networks are looking to talk to real people, and that's why employees help to grow your company's brand by humanizing its interactions. In addition, almost all customers are using social media during the buying process, and that's why sales reps who are using social media as their sales technique outsell their colleagues.
Well, thank you for all that information, Daniel. And I'm just going to piggyback off what he said. So like with any B2B marketing strategy, we know that the key to reaching your ideal audience is through a positive customer experience, the kind of experience that is going to naturally pull your audience closer to your company and engage them with your social content without you as a marketer having to push the message at them. And especially in the digital age, customers are always looking for this real and tangible element. And so our job as marketers is to provide them with what they want. In this case, employees, as opposed to a company, are an ideal source for delivering your message because they are trustworthy, they are well connected, and they help put a face to your company. Also, as Daniel said, they help to humanize it. So I guess, Daniel, my next question, because you said that your first challenge was to amplify your online reach. how did you get your employees to share more content for Fujitsu? And once you got them to share content, by how much did you actually amplify your reach?
Well, in the past, our process of employees sharing content wasn't scalable and fully measurable. On the one hand, employees found it difficult and time-consuming to find content, which meant they shared less of it. On the other hand, even if employees shared our content, we didn't have a way to accurately measure its impact in full detail. So what's the solution? The solution for us was to give our employees a platform that would make it as easy as possible for them to discover and share our content anywhere they go, and for marketers to measure its impact. As of today, we have onboarded more than 700 employees from 8 countries on our employee advocacy platform. And as you can see, 2 years ago, we only had our 3 main corporate social media platforms to communicate with our audience and promote our content, where we had the potential reach of 1 million users. Now, with our 700 employees serving as advocates and micro-influencers, we are able to increase the potential reach by almost 70%. This also shows the enormous potential of employee advocacy if we consider that we only onboarded just over 700 of our 150,000 employees so far.
Wow, so Daniel, that's a very impressive number, 700 advocates, and it shows that you guys are implementing a great strategy to try and help increase your online reach. So by implementing the Oktopost platform, I guess you created a very systematic routine for which employees can share content on a more regular basis. But I guess what our audience are probably thinking is that employees already have a lot of work on their plate, a lot of tasks to complete throughout the day. So Daniel, how did you make the content more accessible to employees and ensure that their workload isn't being intensified?
Yeah, as you can imagine, we have lots of content types focusing on different topics, target audience, and vertical markets within our company. And as I said before, in the past, we found that when employees wanted to share Fujitsu content, it was time-consuming for them to find the right content for their specific target audience. Employees had to check the different platforms, like our company blog, the YouTube channel, white papers, campaign pages, our own thought leadership online magazine, or the event pages to see if there's relevant content for their target audience. The solution to this was the Octopus content board for employees, which they quickly log into via their desktop or mobile app. On that content board, employees can easily discover new content pieces like videos, white papers, blog posts, or other content that the marketing team has provided. In addition, they can filter the content by network, by topic, and verticals. They can also share the content on the go across LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook with just one click, or they can schedule it on their personal social networks for later.
Well, thank you for that, Daniel. And it sounds like your advocacy program is going really well so far. You have onboarded a huge number of employees. You made it extremely easy for them to share content and increase your reach. But I'm sure you can agree that solely relying on what you feel or what you think isn't really enough, because as marketers, we always need to measure everything we're doing, and employee advocacy is no different. Also, I just want to make a general point to our audience. If you guys are looking to launch an employee advocacy program and you want to take a strategic approach to building a more sustainable program where everyone in the company is going to benefit, then measurement is critical. So you want to choose the right set of metrics that are going to help you understand what success looks like in your program. So I guess my next question to you, Daniel, is how are you measuring success in your advocacy program, and what kind of KPIs are you focusing on?
Yeah, that's right, Sapir. Measurement is very important to us. The Octopus tool allows us to measure the performance, contribution, and value of employee advocacy. On a campaign level, we can track the number of clicks we are earning. This could be clicks on a video, infographic, a white paper, or a lead collection form, for example. We are also measuring the engagement, like retweets, shares, and likes, as well as the reach we are earning through our employees, which is measured in potential impressions. And again, what's very helpful for us is the breakdown of these numbers by campaign, by network, or by message asset, so we can see what's working, what's not, and what could be improved. Based on the numbers we're getting out of the tool, we're constantly comparing the performance of employee advocacy to different platforms and communication activities. In this case, we're comparing advocacy to pay-per-click social ads. And one result we saw was that for the same money spent on paid social ads, advocacy gives us a 3.6 times better return on invest value. In addition, when we look at the last 6 months, our employees shared more than 23,000 content pieces on their personal social networks, and we're seeing higher click rates coming from the employee accounts versus our corporate accounts. We have also calculated the return on invest of the tool. If, for example, LinkedIn charges €4 per click on a sponsored post campaign, we can calculate the earned media value of our employee advocacy program based on the clicks our users are earning. So the current return on invest of the tool is 360%, which I think is quite good, and we're also receiving very positive feedback from our employees about the tool.
Wow, those are some great results, Daniel, and thank you for sharing them with us. And as you guys can see, employee advocacy is it's a very powerful marketing strategy that Fujitsu was able to take advantage of and really find value in. So before we wrap things up, before we end, I just have one more question for you, Daniel. Moving into the future, what are you looking to achieve with your advocacy program?
Yeah, well, we're planning to onboard even more employees from more countries over the next months. We also hope this results in an even better return on invest of the tool.
All right, great. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for all of that information and for walking us through the steps that Fujitsu has taken to grow its advocacy program. And I just want to summarize the main points that you covered throughout the webinar. So Daniel showed us how Fujitsu was able to break the social media code by establishing a global employee advocacy program using the Oktopost built-in social advocacy tool. And out of their 150,000 employees, more than 700 have been onboarded as advocates across 8 countries. Their advocates are able to filter and share content on the go wherever they are, which helps to increase Fujitsu's online reach by almost 70% and achieve a 360% ROI. So I hope you enjoyed listening to Daniel and myself and you found the webinar valuable. Daniel, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us and sharing all this great information with us. So if you do have any further questions, though, that you weren't able to ask, here are the details, or you want to hear more about the Octopus Employee Advocacy tool. So you're welcome to get in touch with us. And I'm just going to leave this slide up so you can note down our email. Okay, thank you guys.